Hot topic, guys. What if you could be your very best self in front of the camera, right? And so I am Charlotte, the Victory Queen, and excited as always to share with you information that can be life changing for you. So, one of the things I get asked about all the time is I'm afraid to talk in front of people, whether that's in person or in like we're doing right now in the setting. So I'm talking to you via camera in the office space, and there's nobody here but me and my camera. And I gotta look into the camera, right? It's a little bitty hole that I have to look at to be able to do the video like this. And some people say, well, Charlotte, how do you do that? I'm not able to do that. Look, you better do it or you're gonna get left behind, right? So I want to encourage you to think of it as, what is my message? What is my business? What is the purpose, right? And focus on that. Don't focus on you, focus on that. So I'm gonna give you a little bit about how I got started with my videos, and then I'm going to share with you how I was able to overcome in 3 little nuggets that can help you start doing videos. So this is a very hot topic, and I have my pen and paper right here. So you should have your pen and paper too, so you can be taking some notes. So first of all, again, I have a message to share. That's what makes me comfortable. So I was just like you, terrified, afraid to be in front of the camera. But I hear people who I feel like are great speakers share with me that I was the same way. And it was just so hard to believe that they was ever timid or shy in front of a camera or in person, because they didn't portray that now or then, right? So that goes on to say about our story matters. So I like to look at it like you can be a whole new person. You can rewrite your story. So right now you are rewriting the story to be your best self in front of the camera, right? Because your business depending on it, your family depending on it, your vacations are depending on it. What's depending on it, right? Oh, you probably say, I just want to do it for fun. Okay, do it. Do it for fun. I want to just do it to get over the fear. Get over the fear, right? And so for me, of course, I have books, I have courses, and I want to share my message. I can't be afraid if I have a message that's going to change somebody's life, that's going to be impactful. Is it really that impactful? If I want to do what's necessary in order to share that information with them, think about it, right? I have to think about that. And so I practice. I practice by putting myself out there in uncomfortable situations. So when I had my cousin, he told me, he said, what's the worst can happen? Like, the worst that can happen is if you get up there and start crying in front of somebody. Okay, check. I done that. Boo-hooed and who cried in front of people. What else the worst can happen? You could fall off stage. Been there, done that, right? What's another thing that could happen if I'm on camera? And what could happen, and I think I shared this in another video, but I can share it with you too, that when I was doing my video, that we had a pet store, and that night just so happened when I did my first live, we brought home a bird. Not just any bird, a talking one. Yeah. It's a talking bird. I can't even just think of a pair. It was a big bird. It wasn't a pair, but I can't even think of the name. If I could, I say the name if I could. But if you go back to the video, you might know what it is. But we brought it home, and it came in and talking, got out the perch, and came in and walking from the living room into my office on a live, you guys. So my thing is, things are going to happen. We're not perfect. Embrace it. Oh, that could be the key word. Embrace it. Embrace the key imperfections that you have so that you can be your best self. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. I just believe in myself. I believe I have something to say to someone, even if it's just one, that will be valuable and transformative for their life. And if you have something, whether it could be minor, cooking a recipe. Do you know you can cook and a lot of people cannot? You got that wonderful dish, and what you gonna do, hoard it to yourself? No, that's valuable content. That's valuable information that could be shared with someone else, and they will listen. Because guess what? That is a value of value. You got to see it as value. That's an embrace it. Look, this wasn't even part of it. Embrace it. Look, I'm writing this down. And then see yourself as value. See yourself. This wasn't even part of the message, you guys. This is my story that I was sharing through before I got to my points. So embrace your flaws, embrace it, and then, but see yourself as value. We all got flaws. We all messed up. We all have made mistakes. So you're going to hang them over your head and not go forth with what you know that it could be a breakthrough for you? That's a question. And so really consider that you can do this. What we're talking about here, hot topic is being your best self in front of the camera, right? Why be somebody else? Well, okay, and here's my third thing, what I noticed about me. I had a mentor for a whole year. It was a monthly mentorship, and I had that mentorship for a year. Amazing, wonderful woman. I learned so much, and I grew so fast. She was one of the first person I ever had as a mentor. Where I just went like, from my prayer life to my mental strategies, I just went soaring to the next level, right? And so I want you to know that when I was in that program, I developed something, and I didn't like what I developed. And I had to learn it by myself. You know how you hang around somebody long enough, you'll start picking up the things that they do. And that's what started happening. I started picking up mannerisms. I started picking up some of the sayings that she would say because I was really into this. I was really into the life-changing message and transformation that I needed to take place in my life. Again, you may be on here listening to like what they got to do with being in front of the camera. Who's the best at what they do that you know in your field? Okay, copy the right cat. Not copy them verbatim. If their business is called catering, the best catering group, don't copy that. But you can copy what you like best about them, right? Why not copy that right person that has the great things, until you develop into yourself. But mine was like natural. It would just naturally happen that I would mimic some of her things that she would say. And the funny thing is I was following her husband before because I was in the company. That's how I found out about her. I'm like, oh my God, she's awesome, right? And so it was just a no-brainer. And one of the things that I said, would say is like, right, I would say that. I was like, where did I get that from? I got it from them. They both did it. And so there's nothing wrong with copying the right cat if it's good information. That's why it's a scripture that said bad company corrupts good character. And that's what do good company does, if bad company corrupts good character, what do good company does, right? What's the opposite of that? And so we're talking about being your best self in front of the camera, right? So the 3 points I want to talk to you about today, for you to become this person, right? You're going to become something very new because this is something that you wasn't confident in, right? You want to be confident when you're in front of this camera. And it may start out shaky a little bit, but just know that with regular practice, right, that you will become better. And that's my first point that I wanted to leave with you guys. The other part was my story when I talked about embrace it, right? And that you are valuable. That was me telling my story of how I became this person in front of the camera that I am today. And now my first point is practice regularly, actually doing it in front of the camera. Yes, practice regularly. This is for you. You got this. You are great. So practice it regularly. That's how you're going to be able to know to get better. Go back and look at your video. Oh, I did this. Oh, I said too many times. That's how it's going to start flowing for you. As I do my videos, I'm on the road to doing 50 videos on YouTube. So this is the beginning, one of the beginning videos that you sent. I think this is number 4. So this is one of the beginnings. But what I noticed since I started doing the videos, it's natural. It's just flowing because I'm talking about something that I know, right? It's flowing versus if I'm talking about a dog, right? Or animals. Like I said, we had a pet store, but I wasn't confident in those areas because that wasn't my expertise. So now I know the difference because I'm in my flow. I'm in my lane. I'm in the thing that I do best. So what you have to say is should be what you do best, right? If it's not, you may not should be doing. If you're still learning yourself, that may not be something that you should be doing, right? And so think about that. Think about what is it that I am really good at. Think about what it is that I really want to share. Is it part of me? Is it who I am? Do I embody that? Do I represent that? Right? Do I represent that? Right? So think about those things. And so, yeah, practice regularly. Practice makes perfect, right? And you're gonna get better and better and better. I can't. You as you hear me now, you may be like, "Oh, she's doing good. She's doing a great job." You know, it took practice. Go back and look up some videos. I think it was already, and even okay. Somebody said something to me one time as I just like wiped my nose. It was itchy, so I scratched it. But somebody shared something with me one time, and as they look at my videos, and the first thing they're gonna say, "Oh, you dug in your nose." Well, what was I supposed to do if it itch? This not something I probably would want to do regularly or try to do or purposely do. But why didn't you listen to the message? Um, things happen, and I want it to be natural as possible too. So my thing is be natural. Now, if I sneeze, I'm gonna try to get off camera, right? I'm gonna try to move around, do some things, and I don't have time to. I wouldn't want to portray that side of me, even though we all sneeze, right? I would want to show you that. Who wants to see somebody coughing and sneezing and things of that nature? That's not suitable. So that probably would be edited out. If it could be edited out if I'm live, guess what? I'm just move to the side. Hey, excuse me. I gotta go do this over here. It's natural. It's normal, right? So practice regularly. Know your content. Number 2, know your content. This is your stuff. Know it. Represent it, be it. It doesn't take, and I already had touched on that, so I didn't look. It's number 2. Receive feedback. I touched on that too. So receive the feedback that someone wants to share with you. Receive the feedback that from someone who may be in the same industry as you, maybe someone who is doing what you're doing their videos already. Get some positive feedback from a loved one, not that loved one that's just gonna tell you, yeah, you're great at whatever you do, no matter what you do. If you bump your head 5 times in the video, they can be like, oh, it's okay, get some feedback from someone that you trust and that's gonna give you their honest opinion. Even though if it hurts, you want to know the truth. But also, guess what? Who you can get that feedback from? You can get the feedback from yourself. Look at your material. Look at the video you just done. Practice before you do a live. Do a video. Do 5 videos. Do it. That's practice. This is for real, you guys. This is a life-changing thing, and YouTube pays, you guys. So you're putting content in. Don't think about, oh, I'm doing it for free. Da da da. No. Put it out there. I want to give you guys everything. So you could be your best. What's wrong with that? Yeah, some people hoard things. If I know something, I want to share it with you. Now, you want more time with me that's cost money, right? But this right here is something I can share with you, and you can take it with you and you can practice it, right? So again, number 1, practice regularly. Number 2, what is it? Know your content. And 3, Number one, practice regularly. Number 2, know your content. And number 3, receive feedback about your stuff. I didn't say positive feedback. I want you to get everything from you. But if it's, say for instance, something part of you that you do. Some people may say, I'm arrogant. Some people say, oh, you're very confident. Know your true intentions. People gonna say, have always got something to say if you was doing something, not doing something. So know you and know what you are really doing, your true intentions. My thing is, I know at one point I wasn't confident. At one point that I wasn't my best self. I don't know who I was, right? And to be in the position that I am now, sharing information, helping people with their books, helping people expand their business. Now I know who I am, and I'm so confident in that. Now it may look arrogant, but I know I once was. Where was you at then? Was you trying to uplift me? Was you talking about, oh, she's not confident, she's has low self-esteem? Was you talking about me then too? So don't worry about what others say. Just know who you are. Walk in that confidently. This is a hot topic, you guys. Be your best self in front of the camera. Be who else can you be? Right? And if you that person, be like, I'm still trying to find out my true self and who I am and how to walk in that. Reach out to me. I have a strategy for that too. Because I was once there at 29. So I'm thinking I'm an adult, right? I thought I was an adult. No, it took some time. I was like 32, 33 when I would start walking in my best self. I'm 39 now. I know, you guys. You didn't even know. So I know. I know. So at 29, I realized, oh, I don't know who I am. Who am I? Who do I want to be? Right? And one of the things I want to be is be my best self, no matter what. Right? And actually mean it. But who is that? How does she look? What does she do? How she walk? How does she talk? Right? You know? So embrace it. You guys know that you are valuable and keep going no matter what. All right. Talk to you guys later.